All right. Good morning. A little bit earlier. So, sun is up, and so am I. So, yeah, it's I don't know, probably 6:15, something like that. Anyways, I did get up earlier, but I had to reflect and plan. I didn't do that last night. I was kind of tired yesterday. I was really worn out. Not sure why. Still feeling a little bit of it today. I did, I am gonna have to figure these stupid bug bites out because I think that's what's going on. Anyways, yeah, so I have a decent amount today to do. I have to go through all my finances, fun, and figure out basically what I need to make to get Key to a Maze to survive. But that includes, paying myself something, right? I have to pay myself something. So I got to figure that out today. And that's what I'm going to be doing this morning when I'm done with this video. I got to figure that out so I can then have a call with my landlord and see if this is going to move forward, because right now I don't know why it's so slow. I'm going to cut marketing back down. It doesn't seem to be helping. Yeah, like our website visits are up, but it's the same as last year. Site visits are up, but bookings, or actually site visits are up, bookings are up, and um, but our actual revenue is down. And what that means to me is that the Google ads are not working, but the TikTok ones are, because TikTok I'm focusing on couples, like date night things. When I boost posts, I do stuff for date nights. And what it's showing me and what I'm seeing is a correlation directly between my average booking price, which was over $200, has slowly worked its way down. Now it's down to like, 160, 170, something like that. So that means that it's the TikTok ads are actually might be working, but it's the Google ads that are not, and that's what my thought is. But either way, it doesn't seem that I'm bringing in revenue. Um, Google's really pretty piss poor in my opinion. It's like you set up keywords, explicit keywords, right? Keyword. These are the keyword themes, and it's like, like I have one. I have a setup for team building, but for whatever reason, I haven't gotten a team building inquiry in 2 weeks, and that's really that's not normal. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. It's just literally in 2 weeks, nothing. And this is the first time that's happened in since I started tracking them. I think in 2021. So I don't know what's going on with that. But what I do notice is that Google just wants to take money. That's all they care about, is taking your money. So I will get, I have things like my keyword themes are like, events, team building events in Boston, or corporate events, things like that. And I'm looking up, and they're, and I'm getting charged. I mean, it's not a lot, but it adds up. But it's stupid things like like restaurant names, and people are searching for restaurant names that aren't even near me, like not even in the city of Boston. When I look them up, and I'm getting charged $2 or $3 for that click. It's like, where the hell are they coming up with this? And it's all because they just want to take the money that is in the budget, regardless of whether it's driving business or not. And that's where they're at. And that's really frustrating. I've excluded hundreds and hundreds of stupid ass keywords and keyword, like that. I'm just like, this is not even close to relevant. Not even close. And I don't even have an answer for it. I'm sure, I'm sure a marketer would. They'd probably say, "Well, give me some money and I'll fix it for you." And that's probably what would happen. Anyways, just pretty yeah, it's pretty frustrating to see that. It's like, just don't take the money. It's just like, but that's what they're doing. They're literally finding an excuse to take money. So that's frustrating for me because, as you can tell, uh, because uh, you know, I don't have the money. I don't have money like that to just throw around on ads, and it just, it doesn't seem to be working. So yeah, so today is about finances, figuring that out, and then looking at marketing and seeing what I'm going to do. I don't want to close the business, Key to Amaze. I really do want to keep it open, but at the same time, if it's not making money, it's not making money. And right now, it is not making money. I mean, I have one booking today from one person, and that's the only booking I have the entire week, and that's pretty sad. So obviously, no, like no one in this country can survive on $50 a week. Maybe someone can if you don't have a house or an apartment or whatever it is. But sorry, it's hot in here. It's like 85 degrees. I closed all the windows last night and turned the AC off, and I think it trapped all the heat in here because it's cooler outside. It's like 72 out. So, anyways, so yeah, so that's the struggle I'm having. I am going to these events at night, things like that. Building my network. Things are encouraging on that end. People like the other projects, but like the museum project makes a lot of sense. Nanar Rev, the review platform makes a lot of sense. But what doesn't, but I have to make money to survive. It's just the fact of the matter. And I can sell my building, but I don't want to sell my building just to live off that. That's just not. It's not what I consider a wise choice. Uh, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I got to figure it out. So, yeah, figure it out. That's part of the entrepreneur journey and job, figuring it out all the time. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, is figuring it out. And so, yeah, so basically, that's my goal today. I do have a meeting with someone today for Nanar Rev, and then I'm going to be, and that's at like 3:30 in Cambridge, and then that probably won't last more than an hour, probably 30 minutes to an hour. And then I'll probably just head right over into Boston. And the booking that I have is at 8 p.m. for one whole person. And then from there, so when I get to Boston, I'll have plenty of time to do any sort of marketing work that I need to do, any sort of things like that. So, anyways, yeah, it's a struggle, but at the same time, I have to constantly be conscious of looking at things in the right perspective. Again, if I hadn't started this business, if I hadn't gone through this process, I wouldn't be putting together the connections that I am today. I wouldn't have the opportunity to put together a proposal for the Museum of Science and the Museum of Fine Arts, and then possibly expand that to other things. And I wouldn't be building my network, and meeting all these fantastic people. It just wouldn't be happening. So that being said, it's extremely important to have that right mindset. It's very easy to just dive down that hole. It's like yeah, I've been grinding it at my existing business for 4 years, and to see how slow it is getting is just frustrating. But I also I have to pull back. I have to just pull back and say, okay, where am I? What am I doing? How am I going to make this? How am I going to take the best I can out of this, knowing that potentially I might end up having to shutter that business to move on to other, things that are potentially better. Um, you know, I was watching something from Alex Hormozy talking about, he can scale any business to $100 million in revenue a year. Um, I don't think so. I think this one's a tough one. It's just such a small niche. It really, truly is. Um, like I said, I think I've said it before. When you're looking at keyword searches on Keywords Everywhere, or any of those things that tell you what you're getting for searches, uh, and you see that there are 390 total searches for virtual reality near me uh, in a month in the New England area. That's pretty pathetic. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny pie. It's almost non-existent. So, and again, you've got a very tiny tiny market, and you've got another market that has tried VR that doesn't like it, and then and the rest of the people just don't know about it, don't care about it, aren't interested. So, where do you go? What do you do? Maybe it's still too early in this venture, with this technology. It's quite possible. There's the enthusiasts out there, and those are the ones that drive things. But at the same time, there's not enough to just run a true business. Sandbox does okay, and I think they do okay because again they have a lot of funding. They raise a ton of money. Tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars have been raised by Sandbox, and they do generate revenue. But they are, from what I can tell from their booking slots and platform, they are slow. They are slow as well. So I'm going to try and figure it out today. And if I figure out, I'm going to see if I can figure out a way, which I think I can, that I can pay myself something and keep the business open. And if I can do that, then I'm going to do that. It's just I have to figure out what my bottom line is to pay myself so that I can, I can keep moving forward. So anyways, but it's perspective, right? It's perspective. It's how am I, how do I look at this thing? How do I look at, where are the wins? There's losses, but where are the wins? Where are, where's the silver lining in all of this? And that's what I have to look at. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. Anyways, so I'm going to get my work going. I'm going to open up some windows, turn on some fans. So it's going to get noisy in here. So I'm done with my video. So until tomorrow, hopefully you're having a wonderful day. You are crushing your goals, catching your dreams, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.